In this video, we're going to take a look at how you can live code. This can be done in two ways. It can be done using our computer program, and it can also be done using our iPhone, iPad, and Android apps. And we'll take a look at all those ways today. If you're using our computer version, you can open the program. It looks like this. Start new project, and you can just click activate add video later mode. Now what that means is if you're at a game or something like that, or you're watching your student teachers teach, you can add labels for every event. So let's say question, teacher asks a question, something is interesting. So what we're doing is we're creating labels, question and interesting, and we're creating hotkeys. This is going to be the key on the keyboard which you press to actually lay down your track. So let's say you've got one for Jones and Smith, and you can add as many keys as you want to. You can add labels here. If you add so many, you can change the view to get rid of the movie builder below. You can also view your labeling buttons on the side, and you can actually click on those. So as you're watching what's happening, let's say your baseball game's starting or your teacher's starting to teach, you hit this button and that'll start, and teacher asks a question. I hit the Q key on the keyboard, it starts to lay down a track. Question ends, I hit the Q key again. There are adjustments you can make in terms of if you just want to hit it once, just hit the Q key once, it'll lay down a predetermined time length of track on the labeled instance. So something happens interesting, I'm going to put it on double press mode again. Now Jones has the ball, whatever. And so on and so on. And again, you can click up here, which will also start the track laying down. So that's how you can live code. Once you get your video, all you have to do is drag in your video. You can double click to browse to it down here. And let's browse to let's try this video. So now we've got a video in there, and if our timelines don't quite align, maybe we started our VNote program, our live coding, a little bit at a different time than we started our video camera, then we can go to edit timeline offset. And I'm going to slide that out of the way a little bit, and what we can do is shift things to the thousandth of a second to make sure everything's perfect. And if you missed something, once your video is in there, you can hit the Q key again and you can add codes back, no problem. If you want to add notes, just double click and add notes into the box. And that's kind of how that works. If you want to record with the iPad or the iPhone, you can add those buttons with our iPhone app or iPad app, which that's talked about here in this video. This version is exactly the same in Android, iPad, iPhone. And what you can do is you can start off by hitting the plus sign, and that'll add a button and a hotkey. The hotkey is for your keyboard when you upload it to the computer if you want to add labels or codes. And then you type in a name. So Q for question, I for interesting, Jones, J. You can save those buttons. If you want to use them again, you enter your whole team. You don't have to enter them every time you record video with them and code video with them. You can save those buttons. And then the bottom right, it looks like a record button. You can hit that, and that'll start a timer. When you see Jones gets the ball or Jones asks a question, tap them to start and tap them to stop. And if you just want to mark an instance, you can double tap it quick and it'll throw up a short instance. And then stop your timer. And then what you can do is hit the envelope, and the envelope will allow you to mail out the timelines that you've just made. And we'll show you how they open in just a minute. So hit mail, send it to yourself, send it to someone else, send it to your whole group, whatever. And it'll be ready to open in VNote on our computer-based apps for Mac and for Windows. If you hit the X key, what that'll do is reset everything. And then you can hit the download buttons, find your buttons that you've saved before, and they reappear. Again, you can delete everything and restart a project. Once you've sent the email to yourself, you can simply download the file. And when you do, it should appear in your downloads file. This will vary depending on your browser, of course, but when you open it up, it'll be there. And we will go into VNote. Started, let's pull in this video. Once we pull in that video, we can actually import the labels and timeline that we just made, that we just downloaded from our email. And we can keep the other timelines if we've added some new stuff or not, whatever, and then we can just pull it up, and there it is. And here are the labeled timelines. These are the labels, and these are the labeled timelines that we've added. If you'd like to add notes, you can just double click and add notes. If you'd like to move them around or expand them, you're welcome to do that. If you'd like to copy them to another line, you can also add a new label and change it, make the hotkey what you will, so you can add things later. Also, if you don't have your video and your timeline synced up, which will likely be the case, in other words, you started your camera at a slightly different time as you started your timeline app, what you can do is just go to Timelines on the top menu. I'm going to mute that. Edit Timeline Offset. And what you can do is you can shift it this way, and you'll see the timelines will move left and right with respect to the video. So that'll let you sync things up pretty well. Individually, if you don't have one synced, you made a mistake or whatever, hit it too late, you can actually do sliding things around and moving things around as well, like that. So that's how that works. That's how our application timelines works. Hopefully you'll give it a try and find that it helps you when you're recording larger files where you maybe don't want to upload, or maybe you've got multiple camera angles or an external recording device. So check it out.